An octopus glides over a coral reef, and its skin shifts color almost instantly to match. Not slowly, like a chameleon repositioning itself. Almost immediately, in a fraction of a second. It can mimic rock, sand, coral, even the mottled shadows of moving light. Here's the genuinely strange part. Octopuses are technically colorblind. Their eyes physically can't distinguish most colors the way human eyes can. So how does a colorblind animal manage to color match its surroundings this precisely? The honest answer involves a genuine, still unresolved scientific mystery. Let's get into it. Let's start with the actual mechanical process happening inside octopus skin. Their skin is packed with structures called chromatophores, essentially tiny elastic sacs filled with pigment. Each one is surrounded by a small starburst pattern of tiny muscles. When those muscles contract, they stretch the sac wide open, revealing a burst of visible color. When the muscles relax, the sac shrinks back down, and that color mostly disappears from view. An octopus has millions of these structures, and it can control many of them individually and rapidly. This muscular control is exactly why the color change happens so much faster than in animals like chameleons. Chromatophores aren't the whole story either. Octopus skin has other specialized layers too. Underneath the chromatophores sit reflective cells called iridophores, which create shimmering, iridescent effects. There are also white reflecting cells called leucophores, which help create bright white patches when needed. Together, these layers let an octopus produce an enormous range of colors, patterns, and even textures. Some octopuses can even raise small bumps on their skin, called pupillae, to physically mimic rough textures. Now let's return to that genuinely strange paradox. How does a colorblind animal match colors this well? Scientists have dissected octopus eyes and consistently found only a single type of visual pigment. By the usual scientific definition, that technically means true color vision shouldn't really be possible for them. Yet in practice, octopuses clearly do produce colors and patterns that convincingly match complex surroundings. This contradiction has puzzled marine biologists for a genuinely long time. One leading hypothesis is genuinely wild. The skin itself might be able to sense light directly. Researchers discovered that octopus skin contains the exact same light-sensing proteins found in their eyes, called opsins. In one striking experiment, researchers exposed isolated pieces of skin to bright light, completely separate from the brain. The chromatophores in that skin sample still responded and changed, with no brain or eyes involved at all. This suggests the skin may have a limited, localized form of light sensing, entirely independent of normal vision. It's not full color vision through the skin, but it may help fine-tune camouflage on a very local level. There's a second, completely different hypothesis worth covering, involving the unusual shape of octopus pupils. Octopus pupils aren't round like ours. They're often shaped like a horizontal slit or a small dumbbell. Some researchers propose this unusual shape could let an octopus exploit something called chromatic aberration. That's a natural, slight blurring effect where different wavelengths of light focus at marginally different points. By slowly shifting focus, an octopus might indirectly judge color based on exactly how much blur each shift produces. So which hypothesis is correct? Honestly, the current answer is that we genuinely don't fully know yet. Both ideas have real supporting evidence, and they aren't necessarily mutually exclusive explanations either. It's entirely possible multiple systems work together, each contributing a small piece to the full picture. This remains a genuinely active area of ongoing marine biology research today. Let's talk about why octopus color change happens so incredibly fast in the first place. Unlike many color-changing animals, octopus chromatophores are controlled directly by the nervous system. That's a direct neural connection, not a slower hormonal signal traveling through the bloodstream. Direct nerve control is part of why an octopus can shift its entire appearance in a fraction of a second. It's an incredibly fast, precise system, especially compared to the much slower color changes seen in reptiles. This fast, local control connects to something else genuinely unusual about octopus biology entirely. A large majority of an octopus's neurons aren't actually located in its central brain at all. Roughly 2/3 of their neurons are distributed throughout their 8 arms instead. This means each arm can process a surprising amount of information somewhat independently of the central brain. Some researchers believe this distributed setup may help explain how skin-level color responses can happen so locally and quickly. It's a genuinely different way of organizing a nervous system compared to most other animals. Color change isn't only used for hiding either. It also plays a real role in communication. Certain patterns and colors can signal mood, readiness to mate, or genuine aggression toward a rival. Some species even use dramatic color displays specifically to startle or intimidate potential predators. So this remarkable skin isn't just for hiding. It's also a genuine, real-time communication tool. Octopuses aren't alone in this ability either. Several of their close relatives share similar skin technology. Cuttlefish and certain squid species also have chromatophores and similar light-sensing opsins in their skin. Researchers believe this shared trait likely traces back hundreds of millions of years in cephalopod evolution. It's a great example of a remarkable biological toolkit shared across an entire evolutionary family. Quick pause before we continue. Take a guess. Do you think an octopus can still change color while it's asleep? Actually, yes. Researchers have observed color changes occurring during octopus sleep, possibly linked to dreaming. It's a genuinely fascinating and still relatively new area of active octopus research. Let's clear up a few common myths before we wrap up. Myth 1. Octopuses change color using the exact same slow mechanism chameleons use. Not accurate. Octopus color change relies on direct nerve-controlled muscles, making it dramatically faster. Myth 2. Since octopuses are colorblind, their camouflage can't possibly involve color matching at all. Not quite. Despite limited eye-based color vision, their camouflage often does convincingly match real colors. Myth 3. Color change in octopuses is used purely for hiding from predators. Not true, as we covered. It also plays a real role in communication, mood, and social signaling. Myth 4. Scientists have completely solved exactly how octopus camouflage color matching works. Not accurate. This remains a genuinely active, still unresolved area of ongoing scientific research. Myth 5. Only octopuses among sea creatures have this kind of light-sensitive skin. Not accurate. Cuttlefish and certain squid species share similar chromatophores and skin-based opsins too. Myth 6. Octopus color patterns are random and don't actually mean anything specific. Not true. Specific patterns are linked to real behaviors, including mood, mating readiness, and aggression. Let's wrap up with a few fun extra facts. Some octopus species can even mimic the shape and movement of other animals, not just color and texture. The mimic octopus, for example, can imitate flatfish, sea snakes, and lionfish to deter predators. Octopuses have no bones at all, which gives their skin and body remarkable flexibility for these transformations. A single large octopus may have hundreds of thousands of individually controllable chromatophores. It's an extraordinary amount of fine biological control, packed into a genuinely soft, boneless body. Okay, let's bring this all together. Octopus skin changes color using chromatophores, tiny pigment sacs controlled directly by fast-acting muscles. Despite being technically colorblind, octopuses still manage to convincingly color match their environment. Two competing hypotheses, light-sensing skin and a clever pupil trick, may both help explain this paradox. Direct nerve control makes octopus color change remarkably fast, and it's used for communication too, not just hiding. The full picture remains a genuinely open, ongoing scientific mystery, still being actively studied today. All from one soft-bodied, boneless animal with some of the most remarkable skin in the entire natural world. If this answered a question you never knew you had, that's exactly what this channel is about. So if you enjoyed this, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it takes about 2 seconds. Drop a comment and tell me which part surprised you the most. Was it the colorblind paradox? The light-sensing skin? Let me know. And if you liked this video, go ahead and tap that like button. It's a small click that genuinely helps this channel keep growing. There are hundreds of everyday questions just like this one waiting to be explored. Things about the natural world you've never actually stopped to question. That's what this channel is all about. Toggling your curiosity on, one question at a time. One more thing before you go. Tap that notification bell too, so you actually see it when the next video drops. Next time, we're tackling why flamingos stand on one leg for hours without falling over. It's a surprisingly clever energy-saving trick, and you will not guess the mechanism. I'll see you in the next one.